Hi everyone, today is a movie request over from Patreon. I'm still technically sick. My tonsils are still swollen and painful and all that good stuff. We just watched Hook and it has the main guy in there, so I don't have any background information or predictions for this, so we're just gonna jump right into the movie. Robin Williams, that was the name I was trying to get out before. The not too distant future.
Nice place, huh? I've seen better.
Dang.
Everybody downstairs. Just through there, thank you. Here's the place here.
Sweetie, come away from it, please.
Oh.
What is it, Daddy?
Wow.
NDR? She looks unimpressed.
Northam Robotics household model and...
So he plays the robot.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you one's family?
Oh, I guess so.
It's scary.
It's not scary, it's stupid. Any Harrison's family's got one. They're all the same.
What is it?
It's an android.
What's an Andrew?
Will that be one's name?
Well, why not? Hello, Andrew.
Hello, sir. Would you care to hear the 3 laws of robotics?
Okay, sure.
Will you step back, sir?
So is this the movie where we're gonna show that it's different?
A robot may not injure a human being. A robot must obey all human orders. A robot must protect itself, so long as it does not conflict with the first 2 laws.
Andrew, don't ever do that again.
Would you care to see a demo of the personality chip?
No. Well, you'll be staying down here. Got everything you need?
One only requires access to a power outlet.
Right, well, good night, Andrew.
It certainly is, sir.
The correct response to good night is good night.
Good night.
Yes.
You just said yes. But the correct response to good night is good night.
It's not gonna be an endless loop of good night.
Good night, Andrew.
Good night, sir.
You only need to say it once, Andrew.
In an infinite verbal loop. Night. Sorry, sir.
I don't want it following me around the house all day.
Just give him a job.
Today's temperature will be in the high 70s.
Have a good day, sweethearts.
Have a good day, sweethearts.
Yikes. Oh. Does he want to be a real boy? She doesn't like it either, really.
Andrew, this is very good.
Thank you, sir.
I think it sucks.
How? Chickens do not have lips.
You mind your manners, young lady, please?
Why are you so mad?
We're fine, Andrew.
Indeed you are, sir.
Go to the kitchen now.
Hello.
It's a big bluff.
Check.
Oh, Andrew, could you come up?
Uh-oh.
Should I?
No. It'll be fine.
Would you please open the window?
One is glad to be of service.
Now jump. Out the window.
But I thought it wouldn't do something if it... Oh, it's okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sire. May one
What happened, Andrew?
For the sake of family harmony. Program not to
Andrew. Amanda, Grace, downstairs right away. Andrew is not a person, but property is also important. So from now on, as a matter of principle, In this family, Andrew will be treated as if he were a person, which means there will be no more attempts to break him.
Break him?
Your sister tried to kill Andrew.
You too.
Everyone up to bed.
She said, you too.
He's my favorite.
Pretty.
Would you like to hold him? That was my favorite. I don't even make him anymore.
Can it be repaired, little miss?
You're screwed.
I hate you. Can we fix him?
Look at him, he's in a million pieces. There's nothing you can do.
For a second, I thought he was just gonna like blast the sand to make glass and carpet.
Andrew! This is the best present I ever got.
One is glad to be of service.
Would you please come with me?
Does this involve a window?
Traumatized.
You can sit here. His name is Woofy, and from now on, he's yours.
Wolfie.
Because sometimes he barks.
Oh. Thank you very much. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Andrew.
Little miss?
We're having a little 3D printer.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Andrew, did you really make this?
Yes, sir.
And the design, you're responsible for that?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you didn't just get it out of thin air. You got it out of some book, right? Or
One did nothing more than study the raw material for a time to carve it into a shape that would appeal to little Miss's love of tiny mammals.
It was impressive. Oh, he fixed it.
I am so glad you called, Mansky. And an NDR 114. I got your message, but what exactly is it doing?
He shows a number of characteristics, like creativity, that, frankly, have taken us by surprise.
You want to get rid of it? What do you mean?
Social as well.
Now, I'd like to show you something, if I may. Andrew carved these. These are original works of art. And last night, Andrew said, I enjoy making them. Yes.
Should one not use that word?
No, it's fine, Andrew. Do many of your other robots have feelings like this?
Will you be wanting a refund or a replacement?
No, neither. I just wanted
Okay.
to get your reaction to Andrew.
I was worried that's what he wanted to do.
It is an anomaly. How much do you want? Clearly, you realize if word of this gets out, we'll have to recall our entire line. With their children, they can also run amok.
You'll what? You'll disassemble them, will you?
Yes, we would need to trace the actual course, replace the positronic brain, then
And in the unlikely event that something did go wrong, you'd, of course, replace Andrew.
of course.
Even though he's unique and irreplaceable.
Well, it's a natural error. Read mechanical failure as eccentricity and anthropomorphize it. Yet you act like it is man.
We're leaving. Come on, Andrew.
Let us examine Andrew. Talk to your wife. Name your price.
There is no price for individuality. You will never lay your hands on him. Do you understand?
We should not have come here.
Sooner or later, you'll have to bring it in for repairs.
Oh no.
Andrew, I've made a decision.
Yes, sir.
Cut back on your workload.
But one likes the children, sir. Specifically the smaller one, Little Miss.
You'll spend part of each day making something. Could you make other things? I could teach you my line of work. You know, timepieces and clocks and stuff.
Oh, is that what
could
you
not tell
do?
you, sir.
Also, you'll spend part of each evening in instruction with me. To teach you, Andrew, all the things that haven't been programmed into you. You're unique, and I feel a responsibility to help you become whatever you're able to be. See, people grow through time. Then, of course, for you, time is a completely different proposition.
Is this a good piece?
Very.
It was a lucky April shower. I found $1 million baby.
9 months later, a baby is born. And those, Andrew, are the so-called facts of life.
People actually do this, sir?
I know.
Oh, yes.
And married people
So you two.
see it as some kind of requirement or obligation.
Natural and preferable way to conceive children.
Of all these millions of sperm, only one makes it?
Sometimes two.
What happens to the others?
Well, they die.
One feels badly for them.
But it's completely agreed that it feels good, so people do it rather frequently. At least at first.
Yeah.
May one speak frankly with you?
As always, Andrew.
It's just that the whole process, it sounds so messy.
I think that's fair comment.
It is messy, isn't it? Okay. Aw. Do you want to get messy too?
It's called humor.
Oh.
Humor?
Yes, people tell jokes to make each other laugh.
And this laughter gives pleasure, sir. Could you teach one to tell a joke?
Well, let's see. Two drunks walk into a bar.
Wouldn't two drunks walk out of a bar, sir? You come out drunk.
Try something simpler. Knock, knock.
Shall one get it, sir?
No. You say, who's there, Andrew?
Who's there, Andrew?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Possibly a predator was behind the chicken. One hopes there's no traffic.
To get to the other side.
Oh. Why is that funny?
What do you kids have planned for the day?
Oh, I'll probably stick around.
Is now a good time?
A good time for what?
Last night, Sir talked...
No. Don't blame me, Andrew. Just go ahead.
He said, don't blame me.
Two cannibals were eating a clown. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you? What is a brunette between two blondes?" Translator. What's silent? Smells like worms. Bird farts.
Yeah.
Woman goes into a doctor's office. The doctor says, "You mind if I numb your breast?" Not at all. Num, 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 num.
Oh my god.
It's fine, but we might want to talk about appropriateness and and timing.
It's 10:15, sir.
Looks like everyone's warming up to him.
Would you like me to teach you how to play a duet?
Certainly.
You start here, and then just follow me.
We have a time skip? Oh no, I don't like where this is going because then what if they have the moment where he needs to go in for fixing? Like the other guy said. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you, little miss.
Is this the other? Of course it is.
Is it possible for you to find somewhere more private?
Just give me your credit disc and we'll get a hotel room.
What did you say to me?
Let's go.
You get off that bike this minute and
How
you
old
are
is she?
grounded.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't you talk to her about that boy?
Well, not yet. Kind of hoping it's a phase that'll pass.
I am so sick of these damn clocks.
Perhaps we should sell them.
Sell them?
That's an idea.
Well, who gets the money?
Well, I imagine we will.
But Andrew does all the work.
What conceivable use would a robot have for money?
To buy stuff he likes.
Robots don't go on vacations. Robots don't eat dinners in fancy restaurants.
Dad, it doesn't matter what he is. Andrew deserves to benefit from the work he does.
I will do what's right for Andrew. Of course I will. At the end of the day, we are talking about a machine.
What happened to he's an individual?
There you are.
Bill.
How are you?
Good morning. Andrew Bill Feingold, family lawyer.
Andrew?
You own one of my clocks. This is one of my favorites.
Andrew's earned a great deal of money from his endeavors. What he wants to do is to open his own bank account.
A bank account in the name of a robot.
Would that be legal?
There are no precedents. I don't think there's a law against it, but Richard, why do you want to give him a bank account? What's he need money for?
To pay for things, of course. Which otherwise Sir would have to pay for. One would like to pull one's own.
Andrew!
Yes, Lydia?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, we're not repairing right
My
now?
boyfriend.
Yes.
Last night he asked me to marry him.
One gathers that is a good thing.
Well, I haven't said yes yet.
So there is doubt.
Frank is wonderful.
Then what is the problem?
I have this friend that's very special to me. He's just so sweet and funny, and whenever I'm with him, I don't want to be with Frank.
One could see that would create a complication. But the answer's staring you in the face. Marry your friend. What?
Well, he's not. A relationship between us would be impossible, really.
He's gonna be like, us?
Why?
Because he'll never be.
Yes? Is something wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. Thank you for listening to me.
Little miss, what will you do about Frank?
Accept his proposal.
Really? Human?
It would mean so much to me if you would be an usher at my wedding.
One is unfamiliar with this term. How does one ush?
You help people to their seats. You wear tuxedo.
One would wear clothing?
Dobby is free.
It would be an honor.
Great.
One still is all thumbs.
If you try to enter Andrew's brain while you're making this repair, the police will be alerted. Also, you should probably know that if you actually injure Andrew's brain, my lawyer, the good Mr. Feingold, will be happy to sue you. The lost value of Andrew's income until the end of time.
I think we understand each other.
Sir, one more item of business. Can you do work on one's face? One has thoughts and feelings that presently do not show.
You want your thoughts and feelings to show on your face?
Like the contempt that you are showing me right now. One has read that there have been NDR upgrades.
Yes. Ran some market surveys and decided not to go ahead with the line. There's a growing fear that robots will continue to make the human workforce obsolete.
Surely there's no concern performing these modifications on an old-style robot.
Procedures like that would be prohibitively expensive.
How much? That is roughly one's monthly salary.
It's more than I make in a year.
Not bad for... What did you call him last time we were here? Household appliance?
Household appliance.
May the peace of the Lord be with you always. You may kiss the bride now. Mr. and Mrs. Frank Charney.
Oh my god. That lingering look.
Magnificent night.
You look very sharp this evening, Andrew.
Thank you, sir. May one continue wearing clothing?
Are you serious?
As always.
I'll have to find you some other stuff, though. You can't wear tails all the time.
Really?
Sit down, Andrew, please. Wonderful wedding, wasn't it?
And if one may say, you are a spectacular dancer.
Did you record the day?
Every second, sir.
Well, let's watch it, shall we?
Oh, that's nice. You would think that he would be more of the wife's best friend than him. But you have an endless listener.
Sir?
They've both gone now, Andrew. Things change, things always change. What I realized today is that I'll never stop missing them.
One is still here.
And one is glad of that, Andrew.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Andrew.
Good night. Oh my.
Lloyd! I will not apologize to it.
Him.
One understands why some animals eat their young.
I'm so sorry, Andrew. Are you all right? You seem very quiet.
How does one obtain freedom?
You wish to leave us?
One merely wishes to be declared free.
You have so much freedom here.
Until one is ordered to do something.
It's been years since anyone's given you an order. It's a request, not an order. That's not enough for you, is it?
One has studied your history. Terrible wars have been fought for one idea: freedom. Would now be a good time to speak with you. It is everything in one's bank account.
Why would you want to give me?
To purchase one's freedom. One wants to be free. One would, of course, still obey the 3 laws and serve you in exactly the same fashion.
You want to leave, that's what this is about, isn't it?
Not at all, sir. You are one's family.
Why ask for this? I see. You're in on this.
We've talked about it, yes.
So you ordered him to do it, and he obeyed.
He makes his own decisions.
You put the idea in his head.
You've given him hundreds of books to read. It was simply a matter of time. He learns and grows all the time. He's become every bit as complex as we are.
He just wants one thing to stay the same.
Good morning, sir.
Don't be like that.
You take your check back, please, Andrew.
Why, sir?
You are free now. I must ask you to leave this house.
I don't wish to leave.
You wished for freedom. You must accept the consequences.
Then I will remove my belongings.
Where will you go?
I will look for a residence nearby.
Who's gonna?
Never need anything, sir.
That will not happen.
Called or uncalled, I am always at your service.
Andrew, you stopped referring to yourself as one.
Yeah.
A home of my own.
Andrew?
Little miss, is something wrong?
Not so little anymore. Oh
Yes,
no. Oh no, don't tell me. Is this the end?
The robot's here.
Why? He's so rude.
Hello, miss. How are you, sir?
I'm dying, Andrew. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Wonderful to see you again.
I wanted to tell you, and I was wrong.
You're never wrong, sir.
Then don't contradict me. The right to want your freedom, and I'm glad that you have it.
Thank you, sir.
You were very good to us.
It was an
I think
honor.
you were good to him too. Like, under a different owner, he probably wouldn't have made it a week.
I want to seek out my own kind. In order to understand my destiny, I must know if there is another like myself. Now that you have finally passed the bar, Lloyd, I want you to sue them for the information of the whereabouts of all NDR series robots.
The Freedom of Information Act doesn't quite cover suits by robots.
Not yet.
Mother, I'm a very busy man. I do not have time to help it.
Let's find a different lawyer.
I do love you. Sometimes I have to wonder if you really are my child.
The miracle of genetics is, I'm not you.
You've always been more like your father.
So that's why you divorced him.
Subtle bird.
I got the information.
I would seek them out.
So you'd be gone for quite a long time.
Several years, if not more, if my calculations are correct.
I'd love to help you.
Did he not breastfeed? Miss, my journey is nearing the end of its 10th year. I have thousands of miles to go, hundreds of cities to visit. I have not given up hope. Love, Andrew.
At least you get to see the world.
Hello. My last name is Martin.
Hey, off the field.
No, he does seem to have a personality.
Dear little miss, my journey is nearing its end. I have exhausted all possibilities, save for one final ray of hope.
Is it a girl robot? I don't think we've seen you dance ever.
Hi.
Is this yours?
Oh.
I'm looking for Rupert Burns.
Come in.
Certainly have. Huh. Do you have a name?
Of course I do. Galatea.
You have an amazing agility.
He said you got some moves.
Did you like that?
Very much.
Dancing is the sportiest sport.
I can't believe I finally found you. When did you know
Know what?
that you were unique?
Oh, I knew that right away.
Me too.
We're the same. We have personality.
Is your personality chip turned on?
Is it yours?
No.
Sucks to be you. Personality is much more fun than intelligence. I think so.
Can I help you?
Your robot is just a standard NDR, isn't she?
I'm afraid so. I put a modified skeletal chip into her during a rebuild.
How were you able to do that modification?
My father taught me. He's responsible for the technology that allows you to mimic human expression. He would have been absolutely thrilled to meet you. I'm Rupert Burns.
Hey! You and I, we're the same.
Is this your father's work?
Well, it's our work. I've actually gotten to a point where I can pretty much exactly replicate the external physical appearance of a human being.
Remarkable.
Thank you.
Nobody seems terribly interested in funding my research, but,
I am. I will fund your research.
Yeah? That'd be cool.
And you can assist.
This is an external physical upgrade only. You'll feel nothing. None of your internal mechanisms will be changed.
Understood.
Have you given any thought as to what age you'd like to be?
Officially, I am 62 years old.
Let's take off 25 years.
15.
20.
Perfect.
Good. The secret to all this is actually imperfection. Things like wrinkles, details like, fading scars, little pop marks. Look at my nose. Bulbous and slightly irregular. I'm the only one who's got my nose, and that's what makes me me.
I see, like the shape of your head.
What about the shape of my head?
It's huge. Oh. I saw the inner me.
My. Whoa.
Please, be careful. Don't drop me.
Oh my God! Just relax, relax, relax. Just keeping you on your toes.
Little Miss is gonna be so surprised when she sees him.
And hands. And fingers.
What's her name? Son's gonna be mad.
Thank you.
No, she's gonna be like, who is this stranger?
Beautiful.
Who are you?
Andrew.
Andrew.
You look wonderful. Even younger. How do you do that?
Do I know you?
I've had an upgrade.
What?
Touch it.
No.
Sorry. The face.
What's going on? You leave her alone. Who are you?
Andrew.
But Andrew's a robot.
Yes, I am.
He's had an upgrade.
I know that. Hello.
It is you. You know him? Yes.
Who are you?
I'm Little Miss.
No.
Yes.
That's Little Miss.
No, that's Portia.
Portia?
Yes.
Who's Portia?
My granddaughter.
Granddaughter? Your little miss? Then what right do you have to look like her? I don't like it.
I can see that. Portia and I are very different people.
Why is she imitating you? Things have certainly changed around here.
Mm-hmm.
That happens after 20 years.
20 years. You're gone for 20 years.
Come with me.
It is you. Portia. Hello, little miss. Whose daughter is she?
Lloyd.
Now the rudeness makes sense. You don't have a home, do you? I don't have food. I don't eat.
Very true.
Come in. We'll keep each other company.
I love how they reimagined it.
I know you don't like me. Well, I don't like you either. I just want to make that clear. Would it be possible to have a slightly longer conversation? May my canine companion enter also? Is this your sculpture?
No, I'm restoring it. I'm a preservation architect.
How ugly was it before you restored it?
What is it exactly that you want?
Family. My last name is Martin, because your great-grandfather and grandmother considered me to be a member of your family. Now, Sir is dead. Little Miss is getting older. You don't like me, but at least you'll talk to me if I knock on your door long enough.
A joke?
Would you like to hear a joke? This Buddhist walks up to a hot dog vendor.
Andrew, do you have any friends at all?
No, only Wolfie, who's very sweet.
So you want someone to talk to?
With.
Even if that person doesn't like you.
Can't have everything.
Sit down. Let's talk. Andrew, could I get you anything to drink?
Sorry, I have no stomach.
Could I get something for him?
He has a stomach, yeah. How is she?
She's sleeping.
What happened?
She had a stroke. There you are.
Oh, that's sweet. Wow.
She's gone.
You know, I like how we really didn't focus on, like, the sister. The other sister.
It's cruel that you can cry and I cannot. There is a terrible pain I cannot
She just
express.
remained a prick throughout.
Will every human being that I care for just
Yep.
leave?
I'm afraid so.
Oh no.
That won't do.
Remarkably impressive. You did this all by yourself?
I downloaded every known medical textbook into my memory. That's how I came up with these drawings. I know they're very primitive. I need you to fill in the mechanical gaps, Rupert.
You're talking about profound transition from the mechanical to the biological.
The ideal marriage of both fields.
Not only that, but this stuff could cut both ways. I mean, you could use these in human beings.
But, like, you can't live forever. Look how overpopulated. I mean, like, we all can't live forever, I should say.
Are you aware that what you've designed here is the equivalent of a human central nervous system?
Yes.
Okay. Is going to radically enhance the way that you feel and perceive the world around you. Put it this way. As your experience becomes varied, so will the feelings. And while some of these will be very subtle and wonderful and nuanced and shaded, others will be profoundly intense and difficult to tolerate. Do you feel like you're ready for that?
Absolutely. Lovely.
Thank you.
I was referring to the statue.
I know.
Could you fix this piece of shit?
sure you could restore this yourself.
But you could do it much better.
I'd be happy to fix it for you. Do you want to go for a walk?
That would be quite splendid. Why are you laughing at me?
You're always so polite, very sweet.
When a man's an empty kettle, and yet I'm torn apart. If I only had a heart.
Do you have an impact drill?
Yeah, over on the rack.
There's a party next
They
day.
could have just removed
to
the
celebrate.
personality check.
All my friends will be there, and it would be great if you could come.
Thank you.
I think you're letting me win. Checkmate. Why don't you go get us a drink?
The very thought of you forget to do.
This is giving me Hook again with him and the granddaughter. He's now a great dancer, like the other robot that he drilled.
Oh, God, nobody makes me laugh like you. Sometimes I get the feeling that you feel a certain way about us. I don't know, it's just a little having this conversation with...
A robot?
Yes. Tree is a tree. Water is water. You are a magnificent machine. No matter how much you change, that's what you'll always be.
I can't believe that. Will not believe that. I realize I'm not entirely human. That's why people don't always like or understand me.
I like you.
You do?
I even understand you some of the time. I can't invest my emotions in a machine.
It must be a genetic trait. Things change, Portia. Things always change. She laughed at me. Water is water. What about ice? What about steam?
Andy, you gotta calm down, okay?
I am trying to make something of myself. I am trying to fulfill my destiny.
Andrew.
Yes?
I don't want you to take this personally. Good night.
Good news.
Where have you been? I've been trying to call you.
Poke me in the eye, Portia.
You're crazy.
Poke me in the eye! Ow! Oh! Oh! I am the proud owner of a central nervous system. Will you perform an experiment just for the sake of science?
All right.
Kiss me. Here.
What does this scientifically prove?
Could you feel it?
It's wonderful.
Aww.
It's everything they say it is. And you?
It's confusing.
Portia, what's wrong?
Charles and I are getting married.
You can wait for the next granddaughter?
Congratulations to the both of you.
If you're gonna succeed at this thing, you gotta stop being so damn deferential.
It's built in.
Then change.
Ooh.
Change.
I don't mean on the outside, change on the inside. Take chances. Sometimes it's important not to be perfect, okay?
Do the wrong thing?
Yes, to find out what you feel. Human beings are terrible messes, Andrew.
I see. This is what is known as an irrational conversation, isn't it?
This is a human conversation. It's about following your heart.
And that's what I should do.
Yes, and you have a heart, Andrew, you do. I don't even believe it sometimes, but I do feel it.
And in order to follow that heart, one must do the wrong thing.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's the wrong thing that you're taking it as.
Galatier, could you be a little more careful? That's very delicate equipment.
Sorry. All day long it's yes, Rupert, sir. No, Rupert, sir. So here's a helpful hint for you. Shut up and let me do my work!
Yes, ma'am.
I'm done.
Give me back the chip. Where's the chip?
I replaced it.
She's uncooperative, she's abusive, she's confrontational. We're not getting any work done. Andrew, please.
She could be perky again.
Perky? She's just a robe. I didn't mean it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, I really didn't mean that. Andrew, where are you going?
Hey, Jamie, come over here. I want you to meet Charles.
Nice to meet you.
This is Ryan.
Portia's parents are throwing her an engagement party that I wasn't invited to. But one day, she's going to wake up next to him and realize he's married to a man whose face closely resembles an antique can opener.
Dang.
You're jealous. No, I'm not. You're jealous. No, I'm not.
Is it time to do the wrong thing?
If I'm jealous, it means I'm in love. I'm in love, then all hope is gone. Andrew.
Can you give him a stomach so that he can...
Andy, would you like a sip of my beer?
It would be a waste. I could not taste it.
What if you could?
It would be exquisite.
I've come up with a design, or a modification rather, would enable you to deal with solid foods.
You gonna
and taste.
Get him to poop?
Taste too. And also, I think I've come up with a method to make you a complete man. Complete.
Complete.
Not in a reproductive sense, of course.
Okay.
In terms of approximating physical sensation.
Why am I such a child?
Friction.
Relations. I've always been fascinated by that.
I bet you have.
Well, because of what they say.
What do they say?
That you can lose yourself. All boundaries, all time. The two bodies can become so mixed up that you don't know who's who or what's what, leaving you alone in your separate body. But the one you love is still there. That's the miracle. You can go to heaven and come back alive.
Dang, who's throwing it back like that?
And you want to experience that?
Oh, yes, please.
He said, I want to experience that too.
I didn't expect to see you.
This is where your grandmother was married.
I wanted it ready for my own wedding.
I'm not too late. Are you absolutely positive you're doing the right thing?
I'm never absolutely positive about anything.
You told me to do the wrong thing. Then you're doing the right thing. Because if you were, you would definitely not be marrying this man, Charles.
In some strange way, you're starting to make sense.
Any idea what it's like to be in love with someone who's about to marry someone else? Someone who you know is lying to herself?
Lying.
But you don't love me. I have done everything, inside and out.
Love doesn't matter to me.
If nothing mattered, you'd love me, and not some man whose chin could sink the Titanic. What? It's true, isn't it? Does he make you laugh?
No, but...
Give me one kiss.
Oh, God.
That's all.
She's an engaged woman.
Just one kiss. Your respiration rate is doubled. You're putting out clouds of pheromones, Portia. I'm reading your heart. I'm asking you to follow it.
Ooh, where'd you become
Begging
so
is supposed to be
smooth?
humiliating. I don't care. I loved you the very first moment I saw you.
You or Little Miss? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Can you imagine Portia's dad when he finds out who she ended up with? Sweet revenge. Like, I feel like he had to do that on purpose. You know, I just processed the fact that they're in bed.
Sometimes.
I see you. I see you, Andrew.
It's wonderful the taste and the texture both. I know this would be my fourth helping, but may I please have some more? I feel like I'm eating my way through the entire food chain.
So, girl, what you gonna do?
What?
You just cheated on your fiance.
What's wrong?
If we're together, you and me will never be accepted.
Because I'm not human.
I mean, if you move to a different town where no one knows you, they won't even know he's not human.
I will have to get started.
Started with what?
The next step.
What more can you do? You can eat. You can ski.
Andrew Martin, step forward, please. You would like us to pass a bill declaring you a human being.
Specifically, The ability to marry a fellow human being.
No matter how much you may be like a human being, you are not part of the human gene pool. You are outside of it entirely. You are something else, artificial.
What about all the real people waiting who have bodies full of prosthetic devices, many of which I have invented? Are you not in some way artificial, at least in part?
In part, yes.
Then I'm human in part.
Which part, Andrew?
This one, sir.
I see. And here?
It is true I am still equipped with a positronic brain.
You are, for all accounts, immortal. Society can tolerate an immortal robot, but we will never tolerate an immortal human. I'm sorry, Andrew. This court cannot and will not validate your humanity. I hereby bring an end to these proceedings. Andrew Martin, from this day forward, will continue to be declared a robot, a mechanical machine.
I tried so hard. Many years later again.
Andrew, I have to tell you, I'm beginning to feel not so sure.
About us?
No. Next week will be my 75th birthday.
I know, and you look 50.
But I don't feel 50.
Last night was amazing.
Shut up and listen to me.
Whatever you say.
Please don't be agreeable.
I can be if you want me to.
Oh, God damn it, Andrew. I'm not going to live forever.
Are you gonna be part android too?
That's why I invented all...
No. I won't always take your DNA elixirs. I won't have all my organs replaced. Eventually, I'm going to wear out. And I want to.
Why would you want to leave?
There's an order to things.
There's just one problem, Portia. I couldn't stand to live without you.
Is that the final step he's gonna take to become mortal?
People grow through time. Of course, for you, time is a completely different proposition.
There's only one thing to do.
Goddamn, my dear. Where are we? Just goes to show you, Andrew. Somebody becomes a human being, sooner or later, they do something monumentally stupid.
How quickly will the blood degrade my system?
Oh, I don't know. You, exercise, eat right, 30, 40 years?
It's a little vague, Chief.
Welcome to the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Martin?
I've always tried to make sense of things. As you can see, Madam Chairman, I am no longer immortal.
You have arranged to die?
In a sense, I have. I am growing old, and my body is deteriorating. And like all of you, will eventually cease to function. As a robot, I could have lived forever. But I tell you all today, I would rather die a man than live for all eternity as a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want this?
For love.
To be acknowledged.
Okay.
Who and what I am. Not for acclaim, not for approval, but the simple truth of that recognition. This has been the elemental drive of my existence.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Martin, what you are asking for is extremely complex and controversial.
Just give it to him. He's
It will
about
not
to
be an easy
die.
decision. I must ask for your patience while I take the necessary time to make a determination of this.
And I await your decision. Thank you for your patience. We tried.
He cried. Oh.
Is it almost time?
In a few minutes.
It doesn't matter what the World Congress says. Why do you need their approval?
Old habit. I still like to be told certain things.
Ladies and gentlemen, President of the World Congress.
The robot, also known as Andrew Martin, he will be 200 years old, which means that, with the exception of Methuselah, Andrew is the oldest living human being in recorded history. I validate his marriage to Portia Charney and acknowledge his humanity.
Damn. Oh. What kind of nurse doesn't realize his pulse isn't pulsating?
I'm sorry he didn't see it.
Maybe he didn't need to. Could you do me a favor? Would you mind unplugging me? That's an order.
She's not a robot.
Thank you, Galadea.
As the great Andrew Martin used to say, one is glad to be of service.
I was wondering if eventually other robots would be like him, you know?
See you soon.
Oh my heart, see you soon where though? How does it work for robots? No, he's a human. He's a human. My. I didn't think I would be. I didn't talk too much during this reaction. I feel like a lot of it was just like me watching and absorbing. I don't know if it's because like I'm still like under the weather or, you know, I mean, I feel like there wasn't really too much to talk about while watching it. But very interesting concept of like him having this mission, you know, his whole life has been him trying to find himself, what he is, and perfect, like, you know, always upgrading. But what made him human in the end, his ultimate form was imperfection, you know? Starting with starting with the face and everything, he was like, you know, it's the imperfections that make it real. And then also with what Portia was telling him, it's the mistakes that you have to make. Doing the wrong thing sometimes is what's right. And then in the end, ultimately, like, you know, rather than being immortal, making him mortal, you know, like the blood corroding his body eventually, like that is the ultimate form of imperfection, right? Like deteriorating to your end. So yeah, just a very interesting journey of him seeking, like from the very beginning where we saw like him fixing that record player. We even saw Portia restoring the antique stuff, but then in the end, you know, her saying, you know, unplug me. Also, I don't know, interesting movie on him, on what makes you a human, you know, what's life about, and him learning through his family of what, you know, the great values are. Again, I'm just so happy that he found that his family was who his family was, you know, that allowed him to explore these things and not see his uniqueness again as a flaw, like an imperfection as being a flaw, but rather embracing it and bringing it and nurturing it, you know, which is what led to all of this. So, and again, he was treated as a human. It was a very human thing he displayed with the deviation, I guess, from the with the imperfections and the neural pathways or whatever. But yeah, I really liked how he saw his old the dad and mom, the original dad and mom, how like they would laugh or play chess together, and then that's what he grew up to do with Portia too. So that was sweet. Again, it was giving me a lot of the Hook vibes with the way he is, I guess, immortal, but then came back and ended up getting together with the granddaughter and then choosing to be mortal. So funny how we had the same parallels there, but very touching movie. Thank you so much, Supreme, for this recommendation. Definitely hit me with the feels. I think I do need to just go and take a bit of a nap now, so I'm going to end the reaction here, but the full length is available on Patreon. You can check it out there. Come and chat it up with us over on Discord. Again, I hope you guys are having a great holiday season, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, y'all.